Now, with Thunderbirds being such a timeless classic, it has returned to British television time and time again since its debut in 1965, and can still be accepted by kids of today as being a great show, me being one of them. Now, in 2000, a Thunderbirds game was announced by a game company, SCI Entertainment. A trailer was released and various screenshots were even posted online. Overall, it looked pretty decent. I, for one, was pretty excited. Sadly, the game was cancelled since the company thought it would be better to develop the game for the handheld market. So instead, the game was released on Game Boy Color. A later version was then released on the Game Boy Advance. Both were overall pretty decent, for handheld games at least. The closest we ever got to the original game we were promised by SCI was a game in 2001, also produced by SCI, Thunderbirds Operation Volcano. Although this took more of an educational approach to the Thunderbirds series, overall it was alright. But either way, it looked like the original game for the PS2 would just never come out, until 2007, when Blast Entertainment, known for their rather unnecessary tie-in games such as Mr. Bean, Home Alone, Beverly Hills Cop, and get this, Little Britain. Yep, a Little Britain game. So yeah, it turned out that this was nothing but a typically bad, cash-in, tie-in piece of crap. With all the usual trimmings of course, bad graphics, no real storyline, and stupid objectives. So let's begin. The game is just endless and way too long. Each mission contains more or less exactly the same objectives. Shoot random planes, move stuff from one place to another, and of course save people. But that's it. That's the 50 missions. All that stuff over and over again. Unlike in the show where the Thunderbirds would be out saving the world from massive threats using the many machines they had, here it seems like the world is just far too safe to need them. As you can see, the graphics are terrible and the game is just really badly put together. Let's take a look at one mission for example. Okay, you're sent to move an already blown up plane back to its aircraft carrier. Okay, simple enough I guess. So I pick it up, try to move it into the open, but it crashes into something and explodes. Yep, despite being already wrecked and blown up, it blows up again. After several long and boring attempts, I finally get it out, only to find that I only have seconds to return it to the aircraft carrier, and of course I won't manage that either. Also, no matter what objective you're doing, from shooting a plane to delivering a pipe, you always have to do it in the time provided. If you fail to do it in the right time, your ship just falls to the ground, explodes and evaporates. Okay, why am I being timed anyway? Is it that important that I deliver this pipe? Why does failure to deliver a pipe cause me to crash and blow up? I just don't know. Am I being punished by someone here? I mean seriously, it's the sort of thing Blofeld would do.
This organization does not tolerate failure.
This game just shouldn't have been made. Or at least it should have been made decent. I mean, perhaps a shorter game with more to it? I don't know really, but perhaps then again I do exaggerate my dislike for it a bit too much. I mean, the first few levels aren't that awful I guess, but it's only when you realise that it's the same thing repeated for every level. That's where the problem is. I guess you could argue that it's been made for a younger market as well. I don't know really. I also have to question if the people who made this game are even Thunderbirds fans. I mean, seriously, Thunderbird 1 does not take off with its wings out. You only need to watch the opening titles to work that out. So, if you're a fan of Thunderbirds and have a PS2, you're welcome to have a go at this, but otherwise you won't be missing much. But then again, if you do have a DS or a Game Boy Advance, then you ought to get the other game produced by SCI. You won't be disappointed by that.